to the crypto analysis channel by Dragon Blue 30. As usual, we'll try to see a Bitcoin and gold, right? What's happening with the Bitcoin and gold, right? Okay. Welcome everyone. This is Friday. Okay. Hope everything is going good with everyone. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. All right. Okay. Those who are new to my channel, there is a link in the description box. You might like to go over there and try to join my free Telegram group, right? Those who are interested, right? Okay, guys. It's a little bit late, almost 30 minutes late today, because I was having a talk with one of my friends from Australia, right? So, yeah, so I couldn't come on time. But in fact, nothing much to worry. We will try to see what's happening with the Bitcoin and gold, all right, together, all right, as usual, all right, okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Just a second. All right, guys. And we'll start with the analysis, right, guys? So, what's going around, guys? Is it a big losses or big profits going around with y'all? Are you looking forward for the long as well, or the shorts? What's going around, guys? Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome. Hi, hi. Hey, hey. Okay. Without wasting time, we'll try to see the firstly Bitcoin on a bigger time frame. What's happening with the Bitcoin, right, guys? Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hi. Hi, Alian Awan. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome. So Bitcoin, it looks so dangerous towards the downside. Okay. But I always feel for a long holders, right? Even if it's a small amount, I think it's a good time for you all to keep buying a little bit and a little bit for Bitcoin, all right, for a long term, right? Okay, so nothing much financial advice, but it's always better when everyone is selling, try to buy a little bit. This is what I do, all right. So even if I don't have bucks, right, I try to convert small amount, small cash on the Bitcoin, right? Okay, so whatever we have, right? So try to invest on the Bitcoin, right? So this is what I do for the long holders, right? Okay, so nothing much to worry. All right, so we'll see the Bitcoin moves together. All right, firstly, let's try to see a Bitcoin on a daily time frame. We can see a very crash on a downside, right, guys? Okay, so Bitcoin needs to, I think it will come to break below, take out the people who have long from this level firstly, right? So maybe the Bitcoin might like to come on a coming days a little bit towards the downside. And if it happens to hold on upper side, that's well and good. But if it keeps continuing on a downside, you might like to see Bitcoin crashing all the way towards the $54,210 as well. That is also expected, right? So nothing is impossible, right, guys? Okay. So this level, if the Bitcoin happens to get a rejection from this level on a daily time frame, you might like to see Bitcoin crashing to this levels, right? Okay, so maybe a crash of 9% on a downside still, right? Okay, but we'll observe and see what the Bitcoin will do in this levels, right? So will the Bitcoin directly drop towards the downside? That's the questions, right? Okay, for us, okay, in this levels right now. All right, just a second, let me close the window for now. All right, I think it's noisy. Okay, it's closed. All right. Hello, sir. Gold analysis. All right. I will do the gold also. Just a second. All right. And we'll try to continue with the gold as well. All right. So firstly, will the Bitcoin go on upper side a little bit, right? Give a small pullback, okay, to get a fill up with a small FPG and come down and try to move up. So this is what I feel right now. All right. So rather than directly dropping towards the downside, okay, maybe a small pullback on upper side, okay, till this levels, maybe maximum till $66,854. All right, and come back to the zone. All right, and try to clear on upper side if it happens to, if it is planning for the upper side, right? So this is what I'm trying to see for now on a Bitcoin. All right, on upper side moves. All right, on a bigger time frame, if it happens to get a point of buying place in this levels for if it gives a breakout and price action, well, good price actions for the upper side, I shall wait for a long positions in this levels, right? Okay, but in fact, if the Bitcoin happens to rise upper side directly, right, just again, if it happens to rise the upper side directly from this level, that is going to be a good bullish on upper side for the Bitcoin to move all the way towards the maybe a totally a bull run for a Bitcoin that can be also expected, but most probably we'll targeting around 78,000 to $80,000 on a precise, right? So without wasting time, let's try to see Bitcoin on a smaller time frame, right? Okay, 4 hours time frame, maybe, right? So Bitcoin has a two place to go for at the 1 day time frame. When we are analyzing the 1 day time frame, with Bitcoin has a two places to go for, right? Okay. Let's try to see that one. All right. Hey, hey, guys, gold, just wait, huh, guys, just wait. First, let's try to analyze the Bitcoin and we'll try to jump on a gold as well, right? So will the Bitcoin directly crash below these levels or try to give a small pullback and try to come down? All right, this is the questions, right? Okay, so this is the level whereby the Bitcoin can come $60,136, and the next level can be towards these levels, right? So whereby Bitcoin needs to go up and test once more, right? Least till $65,937. All right. So this is the two places that we'll be looking for today, right? The Bitcoin where it will try to approach, right? According to the price actions and whatever we get it right, the analysis right. Okay, if we try to see the Bitcoin in these levels, Bitcoin have tried to break out from these levels, trying to make a 4 hours time frame a bearish, right? Throwing the price towards the downside, right? Okay, so bearish on a 4 hours time frame can be seen right now on a Bitcoin. All right. Okay, which means that if you are holding for 4 hours, you might like to see the price going down. First is given a liquidations, right? Liquidation candles, right? Okay, 4 hours shows that the Bitcoin is towards the downside, but the retest phase it have given a small liquidation candles, and this price have which have not confirmed yet whether the price is going towards the downside or not. If the price happens to break below these levels, then only it will be confirmed because of these candles. All right, so swing candles, right, towards the downside. All right, so which will be very less, right, very less on a downside, right? Okay, so usually if there was no liquidation candles, I would have gone for a one short positions from this levels, right, trying to target this levels on a downside, right? Okay, with a stop loss on this levels, right? So maybe targeting this levels, all right, first target and small down from there as well, right, towards the downside. That might be expected on a downside, right? Okay, so Bitcoin have tried to get a good retest levels in this levels, all right, whereby Bitcoin is showing a 4 hours bearish, all right, for now, all right, not totally a strong bearish, but in fact if it have tried to clear below the support levels right now, all right, on the retest on the breakout phase, right? This is on the breakout phase, all right. So every breakout has a retest, right? So Bitcoin needs to do one more retest, right, which means that this breakout, right, this is a breakout towards the downside, all right. Bitcoin needs to do one more retest, right? Okay, after the retest, if it happens to come down below, I can target this levels, right? So this is the level one whereby I can go for one shot. Right now, it's just a breakout towards the downside, which I'm not shorting in this levels, right? Just a breakout. It can be till this level, till over here, or all the way towards downside as well. All right. mm-hmm. SMTK looks better for you. So just a second, all right, just a second. I'm answering you, everyone, right? Just a second, okay? So gold also, we'll try to finish up with the Bitcoin first, all right? Okay, so so one pullback, one retest is left on the gold. I mean like a BT, right? We'll try to see for the pullback, try to go for the pullback. If we find any price action in these levels, we'll try to see where either we get a long position in these levels or not. All right, so if it happens to give us the long position, we'll try to go back and retest it and come down later on. All right, later on only we'll start planning for the shots. On the 4 hours it looks bearish, right? The one breakout is given, but in fact no good retests have been traced for now. All right, while going for the downside, let's get back to the 1 hour time frame, guys. All right. Let's try to get a 1 hour time frame. Okay, so this is the level whereby we have to study whether we are getting any long positions or not. All right, so in fact if the price happens to break above this level, that's going to be one strong long position for me, right, for the scalpers, right? Okay, That is, you are tracing a pullback on upper side, right, guys? Okay, so that can be one long positions for you all on upper side, right? Okay. One long positions can be traced from this levels, right? So we are waiting for the short as well, but once it have cleared out the pullback, the retest zone, right? Okay, so this can be one long positions for you all, targeting at least, all right, so targeting at least this level, right? Firstly this level, okay, at least this levels can be one long position that is going to be 4.54 percentage on upper side. All right, guys. Okay, so this can be one long position for you all on upper side. Nothing much financial advice, just make your own research before you move in, right, guys, so that you guys are not squeeze it off, right? So you don't regret it later. Dragon says you buy it, sell it, everything, right? Okay, so on a 1 hour time frame, this will be the level whereby I will be looking for the long positions with the TPs in this level, right? So one TP, okay, this let me mark with a green one, right? Orange one, right? My TPs, one TP1. If it happens to clear this one, it will jump to the TP2, right? So I'll be having one TPs in this levels as well, right? Okay, two, and TP3 towards this zone, right? And finally, my TP4 will be on upper side. Okay, so how much we can trace it back, I also don't know. Okay, so let's try to get back in the smaller time frame and see whether it gives a perfect move on upper side or perfect entry will be there or not. All right, okay, so on a 1 hour time frame, this is what I feel for now. All right, okay, we are just trying to retest. That can be a risky to trace the retest, right? Okay, because it have been already a bearish towards the downside, but at the same time we make sure that, all right, we make sure that we are getting one some levels to buy an upper side, right? Okay. So let me delete this one for now on a BT, right? Okay, let me delete this one for a BT. One good retest, right? Have patience, guys, have patience. All right, so if you are planning to long in this level, I guess, all right, so passing above this level, it's going to be giving you small uh, confirmations on upper side, right? On 15 minutes, we can trace only one levels, right? Okay, so let's see whether it tries to give you any price actions in this level or not. All right, okay. So bigger time frame, we are looking for the pullback above this levels, right? Okay, the confident above these levels, but we'll be tracing from the downside only. All right, okay, so on 5 minutes, 5 minutes, all right, on a 5 minutes we can see that previous candle was broken out from these levels. Once it passes above these levels, right, that is a confirmations on upper side, right? Okay, guys, okay, that will be the confirmations on upper side. Okay, one level. And let's get back to the 5 minutes 1 minute time frame and see. All right, okay, so market is trying to break out on upper side, right? So a small breakout was given. If it happens to pass above these levels, that might be again on a retest phase, right? Small pullback is given, right? So for the scalpers, passing above this level can be a good long for you all, right? Okay, if it wants to come for the pullback, let it come down, right? So let's wait for the entry, okay, in this level. So from the 1 hour, we are trying to come down towards the 1 minute time frame right now, all right, for the scalpers. All right, okay, so on a downside move, okay, we make sure that it is not breaking below this levels, right? If it happens to break below this level for the temporarily, the market can send the price towards the towards the downside. Okay, guys, all right, so we make sure that we are getting above these levels for now. All right, okay, for the scalpers. And for the scalpers, you might like to have a stop losses in the zone, right? For the long holders, you might like to have a big stop losses, right? I think it will be okay for you all, even though the price trace it towards the downside, nothing much to worry, right, guys? Okay. Just a second, right, guys? So this level we'll be looking for, right, on a long positions. Okay. So price is bearish for now, but we make sure that, excuse me, it is it is doing the retest from the top, right? So we are just tracing a retest from the upper side, okay, on the BT, all right? So that is a good positions for the long ones on the smaller time frame, 1 minute time frame, already given you the positions, right? Okay, for the scalpers, this will be the target or maximum till this level. For long holders, you might like to hold it a little bit long, right? If you want to trace it all the way on the upper side, okay, that can be okay. One, nothing much financial advice, guys, all right? So okay, let's wait and see what the price is going to do in this levels, right? So Bitcoin looks a little bit let's wait for the pullback on a Bitcoin and upper side. On a gold, all right, on a gold, what I'm thinking is on a 1 minute time frame, right? So if the price happens to break below this levels, right, then we might like to see one downside move, right? On a downside, okay, your shorts, it will be very risky to open your shorts from the top, right? Okay, in fact, if the price happens to get below this level, you are going to get one short moves, right, on a downside, all right? Okay, so market have already given you all the short moves. Try to break down towards the downside again, try to break out towards the downside, right? It is the retest which have been staying above the support for now on a gold, right? Okay, in fact, if it happens to break below this level, it is going to be very confident for you all to plan on a downside move, I guess, right? Okay, so it's coming back to these levels one more time, all right, coming back to this levels, right? So in fact, if you are planning a risky, very risky, and this zone is very risky, if you are planning your shots from this levels, right? So thinking that it broke out on upper side, it got a rejections, right, from the top, all right? Very risky if you're planning your shots from this level, but in fact, risks always comes with a reward, right? Okay, small risks can be taken, but in fact, if you are waiting for the perfect one, I think this is going to be a one good move towards the downside from this level, trying to trace this scalping on a downside, right? Okay, if you are planning for the risky, once it passes below this levels, right, you might like to see the price coming down. All right, let's try to see on a 1 minute time frame, right? Okay, just wait. All right, guys, just wait. Let's see whether it breaks out on upper side or not. All right, if it breaks, that will be the shorter ones will be. If it happens to break above this levels, right, guys, the shorter ones will be invalid, right, guys, invalid. Okay, but in fact, if it happens to break below, I mean like get rejection from this levels, it's not able to pass above this level, that's going to be bearish for you all, in fact, right? Okay, so let's try to wait for this levels at least till this level, all right? Okay, so and we can plan one shots on the downside, right? Okay, with the stop losses a little bit on upper side, right, for now, and targeting towards the final targets towards the downside. All right, this might be one positions, right? Okay, in fact, market tries to on a 1 minute time frame, it have tried to break down on a downside from this levels, right? We make sure that market is not passing above at least this levels, right? But in fact, if it happens to get rejection, wait for the retest from the top, right? Okay, if it happens to give you the good rejection from the top below these levels, all right, settling below these levels, you are going to get one short position towards the downside, right? But in fact, if it happens to break above these levels, then your shots will be squeezed, which means that it is going to be a trap for the shots, right? Okay, wait for the confirmations, all right, let it go upper side and try to come down, right? Okay, try to retest it. Okay, once it happens to close below this levels, we can go for one shot on the downside, right? Hi, making a lots of dollars, Dragon Aiden. Hey, yeah, what's up? Bitcoin will soon take off. That will start become bullish. People will start buying. It's like a crazy, yeah. Wood free speech. All right. Okay, for the goals, those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Okay, let's try to wait. All right, for the Bitcoin, it looks a little bit bullish in this levels, but on a 1 minute time frame, we'll try to observe it. All right, we are waiting for some pullbacks, right? Let it confirm it, right? So a small confirmation, the scalping on the upper side is given right now. All right, okay, for the Bitcoin. All right, one scalping on the upper side is given. All right, guys. Okay, let's try to wait. Gold is going to be a crazy on a downside, all right, once it gets a retest from the top, right? You can, if you are waiting for the like proper, if you don't have a patience, right, in this level when it closes below this levels, you might like to go with a small fund and But in fact, if it happens to break above this level, you need to close your short positions, right? Okay, so we are expecting the gold to get a rejection from this level and try to approach towards the downside moves, right? Okay, guys. So let's see. Okay, let's see what the gold is going to do. All right. So I want the gold to fake out a little bit and try to approach towards the downside. All right. Making lots of dollars. All right, guys. Trying my best, I think. All right. Trying my best. Let's see. All right, what happens? The Bitcoin, the gold, all those things. All right. The gold is 4 hours. Bitcoin is 4 hours bearish, but we are just tracing the pullback. All right. Let's see the pullback till where it can approach. Right. Okay, guys. For the gold, let's try to wait. All right. In fact, towards the downside. Guys, those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, all right, so that you guys don't miss my live streaming from Monday to Friday sessions, right? Nothing much financial advice. Make sure that you try to analyze yourself what's happening with the market, right, and try to execute accordingly, all right, guys, so that you guys don't get bashed off, right? Okay, can you take a Tesla? Vote free speech. I don't trade Tesla though, all right. I don't trade Tesla, all right. Let's try to see one scalping, quick scalping for the Bitcoin for now on upper side. Okay, so that's going to be crazy. Let's try to see on a 4 hours time frame. In fact, the Bitcoin is on a bearish side. Okay, it have already tried to break out on a downside, but we make sure that it is clearing this retest on a downside, right? Okay, so getting a rejection from this level will be also okay on a downside, right? So let's see whether it is going to give you a big retest or just get a rejection from this level and try to push you all the towards the downside. So exactly in this level, we try to book some profits in this levels, right? In fact, if it happens to get rejection, then we will be moving our stop loss at the entry and try to get exit. But in fact, if it happens to pass BOP, right, try to break out on upper side, okay, small retest is given, right, then we might like to trace on upper side a little bit on a upper side for now on a Bitcoin, right, guys? Okay, so let's try to see what the Bitcoin is going to do. So this is exactly the level whereby you need to book some profit in this levels, right? And move your stop loss a little bit smaller, right? For the scalpers, this can be one good target for you all, right? So those who are holding 0.98 percentage, that's not bad for the scalpers, right? So those who are holding on a long, right, till this target, you might like to have a little bit bigger stop losses in these levels, right? Okay. Okay, guys, so far so cool. Okay, let's try to see what will happen with gold and Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin, gold, let's wait. All right, let's wait for these levels. Okay, once it gets a rejection from the top, we'll try to wait in these levels to try to go for the shots, right? Okay, but in fact, if it happens to try to break out on upper side, the shortest ones are going to get invalid. All right, the positions for the shorter is going to be invalid. All right, okay. Let's try to observe on 4 hours time frame as well on a gold, right? What's happening around. All right, so gold is also having a similar view like a Bitcoin only, in fact, on a bigger time frame. Okay, so this is the level whereby the gold have been trapped inside, right? Okay, so this is the level whereby let me try to delete these things, right, guys? Okay. Okay, you observe it whether the gold is getting rejection from this level or not. All right, so market have already tried to break out on a downside. All right, already broken down on a downside. This is the retest that is being done on a gold, right? In fact, if it happens to try to get you on a downside in this levels, right? Okay, if it closes below, if it's not able to pass above these levels, you are going to get a downside move. All right, all the way below this levels, guys. Okay, So this is what we are targeting right now. All right. Okay. But in fact, if the price happens to pass up on upper side, right, so try to get inside this box, right, okay, breaking out on upper side. Right now a small scalp on upper side is given, right, on the upper side. If it happens to hold above this level, that's going to be a good boost for the gold, right, to try to move on upper side, right. Right, guys. But in fact, if it happens to try to get a rejection from these levels, you are trying to get a shorter moves towards the downside. Okay. So till this levels, you can target on a downside move. All right. With a small stop loss in this level. All right. So this level is so critical for the gold as well as for the Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin trying to do a small retest in this level, right? Not able to pass on upper side. Okay. So let's try to observe what the gold and Bitcoin is trying to do in this level. All right. So gold, if it gets rejection from the top and settles below, all right, settles below, let's try to go on a 1 hour time frame and try to see what's happening around, right? So if it happens to pass below this level, that's going to be a good shot for you all. You're waiting for these levels, right, to short on a downside and try to move on a downside move, right? Okay, so you'll be tracing around almost maximum of 1.47 percentage on the downside. At the same time, what the gold is doing in this level is, right, guys, market have tried to break out on upper side, and we make sure that gold is not passing above this level for the bearish move. Okay, so let's try to see all the swing dirty candles are being formed in this level for the Friday. All right, that can be an upper side as well as a downside. All right, so you are just observing whether the market is trying to push you on upper side or a downside. Okay, so most probably on a 1 minute time frame, if you try to observe it 1 minute time frame. All right, so passing below this level, you are going to get one short moves on a downside, right? Okay, this is going to be a little bit risky. All right, guys, in fact, for the short scalping on a downside, okay, a little bit risky level, but risk always comes with a reward in this level. All right, okay, shorting below this can be a little bit risky. If you are waiting for the confident, let the price get below, at least below this level, guys. Okay, if you see the price breaking below this level, it's going to be a confident for you all to pass towards the downside move, all right, on the gold. Okay, guys, this can be a risky one. In fact, you need to have very small stop loss in these levels, right? Okay, you are taking a risk. Everything is about the risks, right, guys, on the gold, on a shorter moves. All right, okay, so below these levels, it is going to be very strong for you all. Sailors are will be getting a good good vibe interested below these levels. People will be selling below these levels, right? Okay, so the confident move is going to be below these levels, but we make sure that if you are taking a risk from the top, you are trying to go with a small fund only. All right, everything is about the risk management, right, guys? Okay, if you lose, try to lose small. If you win, try to win big, right, guys? This is what I say. All right, so every day I lose as well, right? I win as well, but you should be, when you are losing it, try to lose it small, right? When you're winning it, try to get a big wins, right? Okay, so this will be the level for now on a gold for your targets. For the scalpers, you might like to take TP1 over here, TP2, TP3 over here, and TP4 over here. All right. If you are holding a long, confident one, you might like to trace a little bit towards the downside. All right. So it will take time to go on a downside. So you might like to hold one short level, risky level from this level. You might like to go for that one. All right. Nothing financial advice. Make your own research before you move in. You might like to take a smallest risks in this level and try to short below these levels. Okay, let's try to see what the gold is going to do in this level. All right, so you can take a small risky level for the shots. Okay, if you're waiting for the confident, let the price get below these levels, right? Okay, for the downside move on a gold, right? Can take a very small risk in this level. All right, so Bitcoin, we have been Bitcoin. For the scalpers must have a stop loss in the zone, very small, right? Those who are holders, you might like to have a little bit bigger stop loss and try to push on upper side. We, on a 4 hours time frame, the gold Bitcoin is already a bearish, right? But we are just getting back the pullbacks, right? Okay. So market tried to go for the bearish breakdown towards this level, right? From this level, the market have gone for the bearish breakdown, have been already gone towards the downside. Market is bearish on 4 hours time frame from this level because it have tried to break out from the towards the downside from this level, right? Okay, so we are just tracing the pullback on upper side. Meanwhile, okay, so we should be very careful on taking a profits, right? Okay, so for the scalpers, keep booking some profits when it gives you small moves on upper side, right? Okay, so you have TP1, TP2, TP3, and TP4 on upper side. Okay, accordingly you can plan it on upper side. Yeah. Pull back. That's going to be a 5 minutes pullback. All right. So make sure that while coming back for the pullback, right, the market is not trying to settle below these levels, right, for the scalpers, right? Okay. This is the one level, right, whereby it should be giving you the something like this on upper side, right? Okay. Let's try to wait and see. Nothing financial advice. Make your own research, guys. All right, so that you guys don't blame me later on, right? Okay, the dragon says buy and we brought it and we lost it, right? Something like that. All right, one it's scalping, small scalping have been given, right? Small profit of 0.49 percentage pump have been given on upper side for the scalpers, right? For those who are holding very long, you need to have stop losses a little bit bigger, right? So that you guys don't get squeezed, right? One breakout have been given an upper side. Okay, we are retesting that one. All right, in this level. Let's try to see what the market is going to do in this level. Patience, guys, patience, patience. Okay, try to have patience. Okay, gold, lovely. Okay, for the scalpers, TP1 have been given, right? 0.16 percentage is given on downside. For the scalpers, if you don't want to hold very long, right, so you might be taking this one as a TP, right, then only towards the downside. Yeah. For the holders, this comes for the holders because it is going to take time. All right, so playing around, market might like to play around something like this. Okay, and then only it might like to fulfill. So for the scalpers, try to book some profits while giving you small targets, right? Let's have patience, let's hold, let's see. Patience, guys, patience. All right, so Bitcoin, it is on 4 hours, it's bearish now, guys. It is moving towards downside. We are just taking a small risk on a pullback on upper side, right? Okay, small retest pullback that we want to trace from the upper side with the TP1 and these levels. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. Hi. Hello. Just a little bit late today, but in fact, nothing much to worry. All right. Got a rejection from the top. Yeah. Retest. We make sure that price is not breaking below this one. All right. Otherwise, it will try to convert in the downside move for more time. Okay. On the Bitcoin for the scalpers. So for the scalpers, you must be having a stop loss below these levels. For long holders, you might like to have stop losses a little bit bigger, right? Second, all right. Okay, nice pullback. Price have tried to break out on upper side. Okay, one retest have been given in this level, right? So market, if it is closing below this one, let's wait for the market to close this candle, right? Okay, if it closes below these levels, then for a time being, again the market is going to send the price towards the downside. Okay, let's wait for the price to break close these candles, right? On a Bitcoin. If you are looking for the bullish, right, on 1 minute, it try to close below these levels, right? Okay, which is sending the price a little bit towards the downside. On a bullish side, okay, we try to break out on upper side. Okay, we are just left with a one retest on the upper side, which might like to get a rejection, as well as if it gets rejection and closes below this level, we are going to open one shot on the downside and try to move on the downside. If it happens to remain on upper side, that's going to be a good confirmations for the longs on upper side. Okay, if it happens to close us above, right? Let's try to wait. All right, lovely on our gold, right? Gold TP1 booked, right? You might like to shift your stop losses in this level, right? Smallest stop losses, you try to have it, right? On a gold. TP1, TP2 done, right, guys? Just within a few minutes, 0.45% done for the scalpers. Very nice, right? Okay, so book some profit, move your SL at entry and let it flow, right? Okay, for the scalpers, this is going to be the maximum TPs, right? $4,225, all right, on a downside. So those who have entered shots on a gold, you might like to shift your SL at entry and let it flow, right? So first thing is always to try to minimize your risks as much as possible, right, guys? Okay, always try to minimize your risks as much as possible, right? After you get inside the trade, all right. Let's wait patiently for this one, whether it closes upper side or downside on 5 minutes time frame. The candle have not closed yet, all right. On 1 minute time frame, it have closed down, so it is throwing you all towards the downside. Okay, for now, let's try to hold C. So for the scalpers, you must get out of from this levels only. All right, your stop loss will be done in this level. All right, and you wait for the price to again in this level to move on upper side or downside. Okay, because market is trying to, it have not closed below on a 5 minutes time frame yet. All right, 5 minutes time frame, it is not closed below yet, but okay, it have closed below. All right, on 5 minutes, it tried to close below this level, which means temporarily the price is trying to go on a downside. All right, for the confirmations, those who are waiting for the confirmation move for the long holders, you must see these levels whether the market is trying to push you from this level on upper side or not. All right, after that you must be having a stop loss in these levels and try to move on a upper side. Okay, for the scalpers, a small move is already given, right? It tried to break out on upper side. Okay, small retests have been done and 0.53% have been given on upper side. Okay, let's try to see, this level will be the strongest buy for us. Okay, once it clears out on upper side. Okay, so below this level, let's not try to take risks for the Bitcoin for now. All right. Crash towards the downside, it just got a rejection from this level, try to push the market towards the downside. Okay, so market came down on the retest, it just failed it, right? And market came down, so market must be trying to push towards this level. If it passes below this level, it might pushes you towards the lower side as well, right? Okay, but our duty is just to wait for this level. Once the market happens to come above this level, we are going to activate one long positions and try to move on upper side. Okay, just we are trying to trace it. So for the long holders, those who have opened these levels, right, you need to have stop losses a little bit bigger, right? Okay, for the scalpers, once you get inside, you need to get out of from the stop losses only. All right. Lovely on gold. Gold is going good, right? Lovely. Almost TP3 done. Book some profit, move your SL to the entry, and just let it flow, right? For the gold, 0.61 percentage. So far, so cool, guys. Okay. For the gold, book some profit, move your SL to the entry, and just let it flow. All right. For the BT, this is going to be the one entry for you all on upper side, going back for the pullback. Market is trying to go on a downside for the 4 hours time frame. It have already broken down towards the downside, but we make sure that it is doing some pullback on upper side before it tries to go move down on a downside, before the Bitcoin tries to give you all the move towards downside. Those who have already opened the long positions, it's still good for the long holdings, right? But your stop loss should be a little bit bigger, right? For the scalpers, if you have opened long from this level, only small move have been given, right? On upper side, 0.5 percentage, which is good for the scalpers already, okay? You observe whether the market tries to move out on upper side or not on a Bitcoin, right? Okay. So if it happens to move up and try to close above this level, that's going to be very confident for us to move on a pullback on upper side. Okay. So most probably what we were looking for is on a bigger time frame. Okay. On a 1 hour time frame, we are looking for the little bit long positions on upper side. Okay, long position on upper side. But what I told you is like we are going to get confident only above this level. Small risks we can take below this level, but risk always comes with a reward. All right, on a downside we have seen, okay, small risks but big rewards. All right, gold is going good. All right, BT have been playing around a bit, right? So let's try to wait. All right. Move your stop loss at entry and just let it flow, guys. All right. For the gold, book some profit in this level if you have operated from the upper side, right? 0.64% done on the gold, right? BT is playing around a little bit. We need to hold a little bit. All right. So we have already broken down below these levels. If it happens to close on a 1 hour, right, we shouldn't close below this level, guys, if you are holding for. So it can play in this level, right? It can go downside below this level as well, but the candle shouldn't close below this support, right? If it closes below this support, then this long position is going to be invalid. Why? Because market have tried to break down towards the downside already, right? And this is just the retest the market is being doing, right? So we need to trap the shorts over here and try to push the market towards the upper side, okay? Going down is not a problem in this level, right? But if it happens to close below this level, if the 1 hour time frame candle try to close below this level, we are going a bearish move that is going to be on a downside, right? It might like to trace you all the way towards the this level 60,000 range on a downside. All right, okay, but we make sure that this 1 hour candle goes up and try to close above this level at least. All right, at least above this level 62,200, $62,231. Hello, hi Designer Hub, how are you doing? Designer Hub, all right. Okay, so to go for the pullback on upper side, okay, go for the pullback on upper side, we make sure that it is not closing below $61,931. All right, so rather it try to push up on upper side and try to settle above $62,198. All right, if it happens to close above, that's going to be giving you a good pullback on upper side, whereby you are going for a good retest from the top, right? Okay, on a 4 hours time frame also we have already broken down on a downside. All right, so from this support we try to break down towards the downside. Okay, we need one retest that is left, right? Okay, whether the price is going to go directly towards the downside or market is going to give you all the pullback, retest it, and try to push you towards the downside. In fact, if it happens to give you a good pullback on a retest from the top, right, I'm waiting for the price to come below this level, to short below this level till 60,000 or a little bit more towards the downside as well, right? Okay, so we are right now waiting for the this candle to be closing below these levels or just going up and trying to close above $62,213. All right. What time frame, brother? This is on 1 hour time frame and we are tracing on 4 hours time frame. All right. For the gold, right, for we are scalping on 5 minutes time frame. All right. BT, I'm looking for the 1 hour time frame for now. All right. So let's try to go for the scalpings as well. Okay, those who are interested, it might like to play around a bit in this levels, guys. Okay, so don't try to react to your longs and shorts so fast in this level, right? You might like to get bashed off in this level so frequently, right? So market tries to break out on a downside. Okay, if it happens to close below, that is going to be bearish, right? Okay, so this is what I mean. All right, for the 4 hours, it have already tried to break out towards the downside, but we make sure that on a 1 hour time frame, it is not closing below this support, right? This support, right? Because the market already tried to break down from this level. All right, guys, $62,164 was broken down and it went for the retest, right? Broken down, went for the retest. If it confirms, if it closes below these levels, right, $61,941 or $38, right, then the market is going to throw you towards the downside, guys. Market is trying to throw you towards the downside, the bearish, the market you might like to see. All right, so what we are doing is we are waiting for these levels, right? Market to close above this level. All right, so it is going to be confident. In fact, we can plan a small move from here as well, but this is going to be a little bit risky for you all on a Bitcoin for now. All right, so one small scalping was stressed on upper side. Okay, 0.53% only. All right, the quick one. Okay, those who get it, very catchy, right? Those who are waiting for the scalping moves, you might have got it right, but for those who are holding for the bigger one, okay, you need to wait for a confirmations a little bit long, right? So we are on 1 hour, we are observing whether the market tries to close below $61,938 or not. All right, at the same time, on 15 minutes, we are looking for the long position in this level on upper side. Okay, so which means, right, so market shouldn't close below this levels for our long to get valid on upper side. Okay, so if it happens to close below, then this long will be invalid. It might give you the long but very short, right? So it might not give you all the target on upper side on a Bitcoin, right? Okay. So let's try to observe for that one, guys. Okay, let's have patience, right, and try to observe in this level whether the market try to close below or on the upper side. Okay, so for the scalpers again, right, one move for you all, once it tries to close above these levels, right, especially above $62,221, you might like to see long position again for the scalpers, right? Okay, which means that market have not closed below 1 hour time frame, but it might like to play around. For that one, we just confirm whether the market is market is pushing up, and if it clears above this level, we know that market is not trying to close 1 hour time frame candle is not trying to close below, right, guys? Okay, if it happens to close above this level, that's going to be a confident one for the long ones, right, to move, at least try to trace this level, $63,500 and $64,000, right? Okay, on upper side, let's try to observe together, right, what's going to happen. For the gold, try to book some profit and move your SL to entry and just hold it confidently. All right. Mhm. Let's wait and see what will happen. All right, guys. Let's wait. Patience. What you think, guys? Up or down Bitcoin tonight? I'm looking for the pullback on upper side, most probably, okay, for the Bitcoin to give a small, at least still this levels on a pullback on upper side. $63,469. It might like to play around in this levels, right? It might like to push you towards all the way towards downside also. All right. Okay, you just wait for the price to come back. If it happens to push you towards the downside, just wait for the price to come back above this level and try to settle above, right? That's going to be a good long positions for you all on the upper side. 1 minute time frame, it tried to close below, so it's giving you all the small move on the downside, right? So confirmations above this level, entry over here, right? So confirmation, if it happens to settle above, if it happens to close above, that's going to be good confident for us to move on upper side. Okay. Gold, so far so good. All right, those who are interested for the gold, right? So far so good, nothing much to worry. Move your SL to the entry and just let it flow. All right, for the gold, those who are interested for the gold, right? BT need to hold above at least. So we have two options for now. All right, Bitcoin has two options, right? So Bitcoin directly come to the $60,095 or go back and retest 65 to 64 to $65,000 on upper side and try to get rejection and try to come back and clear these levels, right? So today what I'll be looking for is still Sunday, right? So which side it is going to fill up first, okay? So this level or this level, anything, any level can be the first one, right? Right now we don't know which side the market is going to fill up first, this level or this levels on upper side, right? Let me give you the small one, right? Not very large, all right, not very big, right? So this level or this level, which level is important for you all, right? So which level the Bitcoin is trying to fill up tonight first, okay? So that can be this level as well as this level, all right? So if it happens to settle below, we might like to take a one scalping on a downside and take that one as well, all right? But what I'm observing is on a 4 hours time frame, it tries to break out towards the downside, but it is not able to give you the retest. So for the 4 hours time frame, we always request retest, right? For that one, I'm expecting the price to move on upper side, but in fact, our long zone will start once it tries to get a little bit confident, right? Okay, try to get a little bit confident. All right, so I will be waiting for one long position from these levels. All right, once price rises above this level, right, try to settle up and try to go for the upper side move, right? Okay, so this is what I'm looking for now. All right. So far so clear, right, guys? On a 4 hours time frame, it tries to give you a bearish move on a Bitcoin already, right? It had broken down from the support already. We are just left with one retest that needs to be done, right? So we need to go back and do the retest, and if it happens to confirm that one, I'm going to open a short position from this level and try to trace 3.71% on a downside. Okay, so far so clear, guys. Don't get confused, right? It's nothing financial advice. Make your own research before you move in, right? So that you guys don't blame me later on. Dragon says that it needs to be brought over here, and we just brought it and we just got us big losses, right? Okay, let's wait. Have patience. Let's try to wait for the market to pass above this level. Gold, lovely guys. Soup up. Gold, lovely. Boom for you all. Quick money, guys. Gold, lovely. Soup up. Gold lovers, quick money, yeah, guys. So within 0.98 percentage trace for you all, guys. Soup up. Lovely. Next level, guys, for you all. Gold lovers, soup up move. BT is just playing around, right? Not giving a proper move right now. Okay, just wait for that one. All right, once it gives, I think it is going to give you all a bash, right? Big move for you all, right? So nothing much to worry. Okay, guys. Lovely, guys. Gold, lovely, lovely. Soup up, guys. Gold, lovely. BT is yet to give you all the move, right? Just wait for the perfect move. Then we shall bash it. BT as well. Okay, guys. Soup up, soup up, soup up crazy. Your scalping sessions, TP is heated all. Okay. Here I've given you full TPs, right? So 1% move. That's not bad for the gold. Gold is going good, crazy. BT, wait for the last move, then we go bush, boom on upper side. Okay, guys. Just second. All right. For holders, you might like to have a little bit bigger stop losses, right? Okay. BT is not giving a proper move right now. Let's wait. Try to see. Let's try to wait. All right. Don't try to open long in this risky zone. Just wait for the price to come out to our levels. Then only we can go for a good move on upper side, right? If you need something move like a gold, something like this, right? Crazy one. BT needs to move. BT is not getting that strength in the market right now. The buyers are not that interested, you see, right? Because of the 4 hours breakdown towards the downside. Okay. Once it happens to pass above this level, the buyers are going to get in, right? So below this level, you are not doing anything for the BT, right? I'm not trying to short it, all right? I'm not doing any shots. I just wait for the price to move to my zone. Then I go for the my levels of TPs on upper side. Okay. Lovely, guys. Soup up on a gold, right? Soup up crazy, guys. Crazy, crazy. Soup up, guys. On the live, guys. 1.16 percentage done for you all. Boom. All right. Gold lovers. Good, brother. How are you? Designer Hub, I'm good, brother. Thank you so much. Designer Hub, long time no see. Where have you been, brother? Designer Hub. Where is Luckily, Designer Hub? Do you have any contact with him? The Dragon Fortress? I don't see him around these days, right? Books and Profit. All right, guys, for the gold. That's a super crazy for you all. 1.14 percentage traced, guys. Crazy move. Crazy. For the gold, in the coming days, I think it should be giving you a big crash on the downside, right? Soup up, guys. Gold soup up. BT is not giving you a move right now. All right. Soon it will try to give you all the move. Nothing much to worry. All right. Soup up crazy, guys. Crazy, crazy. Make some dollars with the dragon. All right. Crazy, guys. Crazy. Those who have patience, they get. All right. Those who don't have patience, nothing much to say. Right, guys. BT is not coming to my zone right now. Once it comes to my zone, it's going to give you a bash. Lovely, guys. Lovely. Are you in this? Which time frame? Yeah, gold short, and BT, I'm waiting for the long, this level. All right. So what I told you guys, this is the risky level, but risk always comes with the reward, right? So this was the confident level to short you all, right? So if you have short it, I have given you all the informations. I don't say that buy sell over there because of the YouTube policy. This is these days, right? So previously I used to say that buy sell, guys, come on, sell it, everyone, something like that, right? Because of the YouTube policy, right? It got me banned for 1 week, so I don't mention all those things, right? But we just wait for the BT to come out to our zone, okay? So that we don't see any dirty moves on the Bitcoin. All right, superb guys, superb, crazy. You can't find your it's going so deep down, guys. All right, you don't find your exit. you, you don't see where it is going now. All right, BT, wait for the price to move on upper side. If it doesn't, if it's not able to push an upper side from these levels, right? So I'll just let it flow. I will wait for the price to come down towards the downside, right? So for the BT, I have two levels to move in, right? Okay, that can be, one can be $60,130, one can be 64,930 $53, right, guys? Okay, to move on upper side, I'm waiting for the price to break out on upper side, right? And after we break out, we try to do the entry and try to move on upper side. Okay, so BT is not able to move on upper side right now. All right, it got stuck in this levels, right? Once it happens to move up on upper side, right, that's going to be a good confident for us to move on upper side, right, guys? Okay, let's wait. All right, so Saturday is going to be a little bit boring day, right? Because of the sideways, and lots of people won't be trading on that zone, right? Because of that one, right? It might be a little bit boring for you all right? But towards the evening, you might like to see a good move on upper side or downside, right? On Sunday, you get a good volatility move, right? Mahesh, Manish, hey, after a long time, hey, Manish, I remember you. I remember you, but it's been long that I haven't seen you, right, Manish? We have been grinding a market so aggressively these days. Where have you been, Manish? Hope everything is going good with you, right, Manish? Okay, wait for the Bitcoin to break out on upper side, right? Those who are holding along, you need to have stop losses a little bit bigger, and you might like to hold a little bit more, right? Okay, but those who are scalping, you should be getting out from this level, those from the first setup, right? Okay. So second setup is like we need to get a buy from these levels, right? We are waiting for that one. Once it gets clarified on that one, we are ready to go. All right. Buying in this level is going to be a little bit risky, but risk always comes with a reward, right? But I don't recommend you all to buy on a downside, right? In this level, but risk always comes with a reward. You should remember that one as well, right, guys? Okay. Just wait patiently, right, guys? Bitcoin is yet to give you all the moves, right? Gold, soup up, all your TP is about to fill up, right, guys? Okay, congratulations to all the people who loved the gold so much, right, guys? Okay, a huge candle from the top to the bottom. It is very rare people can catch all those moves, right? Guys, I've given you all. You should be lucky on yourself, right? BT is not giving you all the move right now. Book some profits, right? So for the scalper as well as long holders, you need to book some profits in this level, right? Okay, crazy on the downside. BT, wait for the confirmations on the upper side. It's playing around, so it is BT is having a hard time to move on upper side because of the 4 hours getting bearish on the downside, right? Because of that one, buyers are not getting much interested. After you see the passing above this $62,381, then only you will see active buyers going for that one. All right. We need to wait for the confirmations, right? Okay, just a second. So books and profit, gold, all right, nearly your TPs. TP, almost full TP was heated with a small 0.14 percentage only. All right, so done, guys. This is done. All right. So don't be so aggressive in the market as well. Whenever you get it, you take it, right? All right. If you want it to hold for a long towards the downside move on a BT, right? Okay, gold will go up, or what you think? All right, how are you, Manish? I'm good. You know me? No, I have seen you. I have seen you, Manish, a long time back on my streaming, right? So many times, right? So let's try to see on a bigger time frame for the gold. Book some book profits in this level for those who are scalping, right? I have given you a huge candle from the top till the bottom, right? If you have taken, well and good. If you don't, if you have not taken, that's fine, right? Okay, it's up to you. All right, manage your own risks, right? So I'm not a financial advisor, right? Certified financial advisor to advise you all, right? Okay. So gold, gold to move on upper side, right? It is going to get confident above $4,470 only, guys. Hey, hello, 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 Narayan, Narayan, hello, brother, welcome, brother, welcome. Shanush, Shanushan. All right, gold to move on upper side. The confidence level is so high, guys, so far for the gold to move on upper side. Okay, so market tries to get a small retest in this level, right? If it happens to get rejection from this level, gold is going to crash all the way towards downside, all right? But most probably, okay, market will be closed soon for the gold, right? So you might be seeing that one on the next week only, right? So this information was given last week only, guys. All right, the gold is going to get crash towards the $4,244, right? So gold, those who are holding a very long, nothing financial advice, guys. Okay, this is what I feel, right? So gold is going to crash all the way towards the $4,234 in the coming days, right? But it may not be very direct towards the downside, right? Okay, it may not be very direct towards the downside. It might like to play around a bit and try to push you towards the downside next week, right? Okay, it might like to take some time, right? Giving you hope, trying to push down, giving you hope. I have given you all the information. So everyone is selling on the gold, right? How the market is trying to pay the gold, those who are sellers, right? So to get our sellers in a profit, right, so market needs to pay to the sellers. Everyone is selling. Who is going to pay for the sellers? Is the market going to pay? No, never, right? So there should be a buyers who are getting bashed off, who are holding it over there, right? So that the market can fake out the buyers, take out all the buyers and pay the sellers. This is the concept, guys. All right. This concept is very simple. Everyone is selling gold. I know everyone is selling, but it won't try to give you the profits at once, right? It will give you all the hopes on upper side and try to sell. Again, try to drops. It will give you the hope, rise up, give the hope. This is how the gold have given you all the hopes, right, on upper side, right? So everyone thought that now the gold is going to rise on upper side, but it is very difficult, right, for the gold. So everyone is selling. It is going for the bearish, big bearish on the downside. So market is not able to pay the sellers. So buyers are invited over there, right, faked out, right? So you see the swap candles over here. People are waiting for the price to, in this level to buy it, but they got swapped it, right? And slowly small hopes were given again, all right, to hold for the longer one, and the market tries to drop you all the way towards the downside. This information I have passed you on the previous week only. Those who are watching me continuously, right, I try to pass you the informations, but I cannot manipulate your mind, right, to go for the buy or sell, right? It might like to play around, it might be a bit long as well, but this is what I feel the market in the coming days, next week or next coming month, right? So you might like to see the gold, right, going all the way towards the $4,200, right? Yeah, BTC up, BTC, for the confidence one, if you want to take risks from this levels, it's up to you guys, right? Okay, in this level, it's always risky to go for the long, right? Once it happens to pass above this level, it's going to be a bit confident for you all to move on upper side, right? Okay. So what we are waiting for, market tries to break down on a 4 hours time frame. Okay, so we are just waiting for the pullback. If we get the pullback, we try to go on upper side. Okay, so on a pullback also, once it gets a little bit confident, then only we'll try to be a little bit risky, not like a gold, but a little bit risky on Bitcoin, because 4 hours time frame itself is throwing towards the downside, and you make sure that 1 hour time frame candle is not closing below this levels, right? Okay, this is the 1 hour time frame that you have. All right, so previous candle it couldn't close below, right? Okay, So which means right now Bitcoin is not throwing you all the way towards downside, right? Again, it is going to try to play you around, which means that it is giving us more confidence to buy on upper side, right, guys? Okay, so the 1 hour time frame candle, it is not able to close below this level, right? If it was closing below this levels, you would have got directly towards the downside. All right, in fact, if it happens, if it have given you the swap candles in this level whereby the buyers and sellers are equal and the market is not able to decide which side should be paid first, right? Okay, so everyone is getting confused over here to whether to go for the buy or sell. All right, this zone, most of the stop losses is going to be done, right? So you make sure that when you are going for the long one, at least we pass above the level where we have came down towards the downside, the bearish move. All right, this was the level whereby we try to get below, right? So below $62,191, that is trying to, Bitcoin have tried to break out below this levels, right? Okay, below this level. All right, and it is not able to close below this level. All right, so in fact, this candles, if it happens to close below this level, that can be a bearish as well, but for that one, market needs to go up and get a rejection from this levels and try to close below, right? Okay, if it happens to close below this levels, right? Okay, if this candle, the green candle that is forming in this level, right, if it happens to close just below this level, in fact, the market can throw you a little bit towards the downside. All right, but if it never tries to come below and close below this levels, then you're getting a long move on upper side, right? So long entries, I'll be waiting for this price to move on upper side, right? So above $62,250, right? What's your life timing? All right, I'm just reading right now only. All right, Mohammed, hi, welcome, brother. BTC app. All right, okay, BTC. All right, okay, Mohammed, what timing? So usually I try to come on 11 to 14 UTC on a live, right? Try to give you a few setups, right, and try to analyze with you all, right? So nothing much financial advice, just for the education purpose only, guys. All right. So if it is helping you all out, right, while I'm doing, right, it will be benefited to you as well, right? Okay. So if the market tries to go up above this level, close above this level, I'm going to be very confident in this levels whereby I can go for the small pullback on upper side. At least I can try for $63,470 range, right? And if it happens to pass up on upper side, then I might like to trace till $64,000 to $65,000 on upper side, right? This is what I'm looking for on a gold, Bitcoin, right, guys? Okay, so let's try to see what will happen in these levels, right? Okay, so just wait. All right, those who are aggressively waiting for the longs, this position is also level, this level is also okay, but it's a little bit risky. Why you want to take so much risks while you have a confident level on upper side? Because, okay, because like market is already on a bearish, right? And if you try to get in the water which is flowing very fast, you can be washed away so quickly, right? So just wait for the water to flow on your directions. So you try to flow with the water, it will be easier for you all to move, right? So it is going to take some time, right, guys? Okay, let's try to wait for a few more minutes, right? Okay, 15 to 20 minutes. Let's see what will happen with the Bitcoin, right? Okay, so I'm aggressively looking for the Bitcoin to pass on upper side and try to give you all the small pullback. Okay, so small relief for the Bitcoin, right? But it's not 100% sure that it's going to give you all that one, right? So Bitcoin can do anything it likes, right? But according to the setups, it should be giving you some pullbacks on upper side, right? Before it moves, tries to move a little bit towards the downside. So I have been buying Bitcoin little bit by little bit, right? So whatever you have the extra money, you just try to invest on Bitcoin, I guess. For the long holders, those who are looking for 1,20,000, $2 lakhs on the Bitcoin, right? Nothing much financial advice, all right. For those who are interested for the big holdings on upper side, right, guys? Okay, we are approaching towards the somewhat towards the bottom, all right. But in fact, we make sure that we need to find some technical analysis price action in this level. We make sure that we need to have stop loss in the certain levels. Those who are looking forward to go for a big buy on upper side, maybe that can be a big buy and like a big move on upper side, right? Maybe a good bull run for you all as well. So we never know, right? But in fact, I have been buying Bitcoin small amounts, right? Okay, whatever you have, right? Whatever you make from the trading, you just invest. Even if you have cash left, you try to invest, right? This is what I'm doing for now. Lore, the more people will be less interested in Bitcoin, the more interested I can be, right? Okay. So small amount, whatever it is, right? Those which is not required for you, I think it's good time for you all to go for that one, right? But nothing financial advice. Make your own research before you move in, right? Okay. If the Bitcoin happens to crash below certain levels, then it becomes invalid for you all as well, right? But for the spot holders, nothing much to worry. Okay, so one day I can hold for very long, all right? But if you are going for a scale like leverage, right, it might be a problem for you all, right? Even a small move can throw you out all the way, all right? So just wait for the confirm move, right? Okay. So if you are not sure the Bitcoin is giving you all the bottom or not, right? Why don't you just try to go for the spot trading, right? Okay, just try to hold whatever, uh, whatever you are, whatever you have, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. Just wait. All right, guys. Just a second. All right. And we'll try to come back and try to analyze the Bitcoin and gold market both, right? Okay. Just a second, right, guys? 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, 1 minute. All right. Painkiller chips and she. Just a second. All right, guys. Meanwhile, you can look up to the Bitcoin, right, guys? Wait for the, you see whether it is trying to push on upper side or not. All right. Just a second. Just wait, guys. Just wait. Wait for the confirmations, right? Yeah. All right, guys. 1 minute candle is holding the price. All right. Okay, yeah. Small time frame. All right. It's holding the price a little bit. Let's try to see 1 minute. Designer Hub says that 1 minute time frame is holding the candles up. All right. Yeah. Crazy, right? Lots of accumulations, right? Firstly, let's try to fake out the longs, right? Let's try to give them the hopes. I mean, like the shots, right? Okay, let's give some hope for them on them, right? So where is the shot, right? Where will the people shot in this level? Okay, so people will short below this levels, right? Okay, so market will try to come below this level firstly, maybe, right? And let's see. Okay, let's see whether they will be squeezed or not. All right, we are not doing anything on the shots right now. All right, so let's see. The firstly, market try to trap the shots, right? All right, in this level. Okay, so after that one, we'll just wait for the price to come down, taking them out, right? And go on upper side, right? Okay, so shorting, longing in this level is going to be a little bit risky, all right? In fact, okay, longing over here is going to be a little bit risky, but always risk always comes with a reward, right? If you're waiting for the confident levels, right, you might like to go from this level, right? But if you are planning for the uh, risky long, it is also valid from this level at the same time, all right? You are getting a small move on upper side at the 0.5 percentage on upper side, right, guys? Okay, it is going to be risky in this level, guys. So this is what I'm saying, all right? So if you're waiting for the confident move, this is going to be a good move above $62,249, right? Okay. If you are going for the risks, this is also a good valid point, all right, for you all to plan for the long ones, right? Okay. So let's try to wait. Okay, guys, let's try to wait. All right. If you're waiting for the confident, try to plan from the top. If you're aggressively looking for these longs, right? So you might like to go on with the small fund in this levels, right? Later on, when the price passed on the upper side, you might like to go with the normal fund that you are going for. All right. So let's try to see on a gold as well. So those people who are interested on the gold, you observe whether the gold is trying to get rejection from this level or not. All right. If it happens to get rejection from this level, you are going to get a deeper on a downside, right? Okay, like this, right? So if it happens to pass above, if it happens to hold above, all right, it might like to give a small pullback and try to play around a bit, right? Okay, towards the downside. This is what I feel for the gold right now. All right, so maximum level the gold can go up to is for now. For coming days, I have given you all, right? So maximum level the gold can approach towards the downside is $4,385. Those who are holding towards the downside. Again, if you are planning it, you can scalp it towards downside, but it's going to be a little bit risky. But this can be one level whereby $4,385, whereby the gold might like to respect it, right? Okay. So before that, it might like to give the pullback as well, right? But you observe whether it is trying to get a rejection from this level or not. All right. Okay, so for the gold, your duty is to observe whether the price gets rejection from 4,200 or $426 or not. All right, so that's going to be a point. Okay, BTC just playing around a bit, right? So not able to decide which side it should be moving, right? Okay, inviting the shots. All right, so let's try to observe it at this levels. A little bit risky from here, confident above this levels, but risk always comes with a reward, you should know. All right, okay, risk always comes with a reward, guys. You observe whether this is getting breaked out on upper side or not. Those who are holding from the down, this risk long, right? If it breaks above these levels, that's going to be confident for you all. Lovely, guys. Soup up, guys. All right, lovely. 5 minutes time frame breaking out. Lovely, guys. Soup up. BT also going good, right? Gold, I have given you all the setups. BT, all right. Those BT lover, right? Getting perfect for you all. So $62,402 now. All right. Need to break out on upper side for the confirmations on the long. Those who are scalping in these levels, all right. Those who have opened long, right. 0.81 percentage TP1 should be booked in this level, right? Move your SL at entry after that one. All right, guys. Okay. Those who entered from the downside, risky one, right? Nothing much financial advice on, guys. Make your own research before you move in, right? So that you guys don't blame Dragon later on. Says that Dragon says to buy and we got squeezed. Oh, Okay, whatever I know, I'm trying to help you all out, right? So rest all, it depends on your thing, right? Everything is not about the setups, right? Okay, it should be your risk management, fund management, how you're handling, how much you get panicked, right? Okay, book some profit in these levels, right? Those who are going for the scalping sessions, right? Okay, for the risky move, right? But for the long holders, confident level is going to come above these levels. Let it close above, right? Okay. Patience, guys, patience, patience, patience. All right. Getting a first rejection. So 1 minute time frame, let's try to see it. 1 minute time frame happens to settle above, right, which is a little bit good for us, for those who are holding along on a Bitcoin, right? On retest phase, let's see what it does, right? So small breakout on upper side. On a retest, it should hold above, right, and try to push you on upper side. Okay, so let's see what the market does on the retest phase. Small retest and trying to push up, or giving a big retest and trying to push up, right? Breakout or breakout. Let me try to minimize this size, right? So you can see perfectly. Doesn't looks confusing for you all. Got a first rejection. First rejection. For those who have planned your risky, you should book some profit, all right, in this level already. All right, guys, I have given you the informations. If you are holding it very, because we never knows that market, from those who are longing from this level, you never knows the market is trying to push above this level or not, right? This is the confident level for me, right? Let me mark with this one with a different color, right? So everyone can see it, right? So market needs to go up and clear this one, then only it is going to be confident for the long one, right? But in this level, what you have done is, on a breakout only, you have tried to buy it. So which means that first TP should be in this levels, right? Whereas if it happens to break out on upper side, well and good, right? Long entries, confident one will get an entry from this levels, right? Once it passes above, right, and try to push an upper side, right? If it gets faked out, then I don't know, right? But nothing much to worry, right? So have patience, see what is going to happen, right? Risky level 0.67 percentage done for you all. 1 minute candle holding, right? Just have patience, guys. Have patience. Our duty is now whether the candle goes up and settles above these levels or not. All right, those who are waiting for the confident entry on the longs, all right, those who have entered the risky zone, all right, you need to book some profit in these levels, and you can hold with a stop loss in certain level, or you can minimize your stop loss so small, right, smaller than the whatever profit you have booked, right, and let it flow easily, right, guys? Okay. In case if it happens to come down for the fake out one more time, right, then your stop loss is going to be gone, right? You will be waiting for the long position in this level once more time, right? You observe whether it breaks out on upper side or not. All right, guys. For the scalpers, stop loss should be in this level already. Okay. For the holders, you can have a little bit big also. Nothing much to worry. Excuse me. Just a second. Just a second. Let me to set the score. patience. All right, those who are scalping need to book some profit and hold to rest. Right, for the holders, one small confirmations. Right, then we shall go in one level. Got a rejection one more time, getting a repeated rejection. Again, rejection. We need to at least pass above this level, guys. Just Bitcoin needs to give a small move above this level, hold above this level, soup up. That is going to be crazy. Broke out just on the retest is not able to give you an upper side. That's all. Okay, have patience. All right. Gold, right? We might like to see some reversal from this levels on gold, right? On a reversal point, guys, okay, so it might be tracing one small gap is left in this retest, right, on upper side. Gold might like to retest this level on upper side, okay, guys. Small retest to this level, 0.9%, but we make sure that while we are going for the long one, right? Okay, so this level of retest is left. Either market directly move up and try to close, try to do the retest over here, or it can come down to this level and firstly, okay, try to go for that levels, right? Okay. So while going for the long also, you need to have small price action in this level, small breakout, right? If it happens to come down, then only. If it happens to never close above, right, above these levels, right, about $4,385, right, you are not getting this scalpings, right? Okay. This is, so if it happens to never close below upper side, okay, you are not getting the scalpings and upper side for the gold. This is what I mean. All right, BT tried to swap everyone towards the downside. All right, the scalpers are getting out. It didn't get a proper for the breakout. It didn't give you any uh, confirmations for the breakout on upper side. Okay, so scalpers only, those who have planned your risky on longs, 0.65 percentage. All right, for the long holdings, so those who have entered long, your SL at entry, it's gone, right? Okay, so again we are waiting for the price to for the confident. Once it passes above, then only we can go for the long positions, right, guys? Okay, we can go for the long positions. All right, let it pass above this level. Let it play around a bit. Lovely, guys. Again, pass above this levels, 4,062,255 dollars. Come on. On the retest, it tries to trace you around, right? Those who are planning longs and shorts frequently, right, you might like to have bashed off, right? Okay, confirming our longs. Okay, no, just one move left on the Bitcoin on upper side, right? Okay, guys, one move left on the Bitcoin to give you a small reversal on the upper side. Okay, yet to go. Gold, all right. Gold needs to drop down a bit. One small retest left on the upper side as well. All right. Those who have made profit, close the trade and just sleep, la guys. Opportunity is going to be there every time. All right. Okay. If you are waiting for the long ones, I think One long can be given from here as well, right? But it have left incomplete formations of structures on a downside, which is very, it is going to be a very, very risky, all right, guys, all right. So if you are waiting for the longs, let it come down to this levels, right? And try to give you one small price action in this level, then only it will be beautiful for you all to go for the longs in this levels, right, guys? Okay. Superb. Anyways, the short was superb for the gold, right? For the BT, confirming our long ones right now on upper side. Okay. Same level, right? People planning for the risky one can go from this levels, right, till this level. It, you need to book some profit, and rest you need to let it flow, all right? Rest you need to let it flow. So far so cool, guys, all right. Gold super. BT giving you some some moves, right, guys? Okay, just just let it flow. Or the either fake out or a big move on upper side can be expected. Okay, that can be either fake out or a good move on upper side can be expected for the pullback, for the retest on upper side. Will give you fear in this level, guys. Still not yet to not able to pass on upper side. One more move left. For the scalpers, you need to book some profit in this level if you are planning a risky long from here. Confident level above this level, if it closes above this level, it's going to be confident for you all on a holding on upper side on a long, right, guys? Patience, guys, patience, patience, patience. Not able to close up yet. Not able to close up yet, right? We need one candle above these levels. Not able to close up right now. Nothing much to worry. Those who are taking a risky one, you need to book some profit over here. Again, SL at entry or SL at least some levels on the downside. Okay, few levels on the downside. Orders, you need to have a little bit bigger stop losses even later on if it likes to come down, right? Come to this level and try to play around. I'm just waiting for the one candle to close above this level, guys. One candle to close above. For my confidence on BT. Two times rejected. SL should be entry for those who are taking risky longs from here, guys, or a little bit downside. Playing around a bit. Okay, gold. Exactly going to the point where I have stated previously, right, guys? Okay, your TP final TP would be also done, right? Lovely for those who are gold lovers today, right? Good, perfect move. From the top till the bottom, you have caught it, right? Superb, guys, superb. Superb move, superb. Superb, superb, guys, superb. Crazy on gold. If it never happens to give you a long position, then this target, 4,350. Wait on directly, you cannot long from here, guys. Okay, it needs to form you some candles, some confirmations, then only it will be confident for you all to long from this level. Otherwise, you might like to get bashed off in this level. All right. Okay, so far gold gave you all a big target, that is almost 1.85 percentage on a downside. Okay. Big long candles you have traced it. Okay, for the those who are entered long from here, your SL at entry is gone, right? For those who are waiting for the those who have entered the risky trade, right? So just wait for these levels for the confident one, right? Once it happens to come up, then only you can go for the crazy long on upper side. Okay, risky one, it have taken out you already. All right. Already taken out. Only small move is being given for the BT. Okay, see whether it settles above or not. If it settles again, the risky long can be from here, but your target is going to be only these levels, right? Once it tries to pass above, right, this is going to be your first target above this level. If it breaks out, you can wait it. If it doesn't breaks out, you need to close again, book profit, right? Confident long above this level. So right now market is not giving you the long move. Okay. Either that can be a risky long, we have traced two times, right, on upper side. Okay, two times it is being traced. All right, so if it market tries to hold below this one again, you might like to get small move on a downside. See whether it's holding below or not. Yeah, so downside move. Risky short, I'm not shorting, I'm just showing you that there can be one setups as well. First TP towards this zone. Okay, I'm not shorting anymore. Second TP can be this levels, right? I'm not shorting, guys. I'm not shorting. Right now, price is giving you the short moves. All right. The setup is given for the shorts right now in this level. Scalpers only, only the scalpers. I think it will be a good one. Those who gives up big entry, and quick exit. Hey, bro. Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming. All right, wait for me. Bro, wait. La. Okay, guys. So I need to go, but I will be waiting for one long position above this level. All right. Whenever it tries to come, right, it might like to go play around. Longing from below this level is going to be risky one more time, right? If you are planning to long, if you get a setup till this level, it is going to be confident. Once it passed this level, that is going to be very crazy and upper side. All right. So right now, market again tries to push you towards the downside. Okay. Small move is given only for the scalpers. I'm not trying to short in these levels. I'm just showing you that is a short, small scalping move can be traced on a downside once if it happens to pass on a downside, right? Okay. So most probably, let's try to see if it happens to give us another long move, right? If it happens to give you the fake out, if it happens to prove you the fake out in this level, right? What the market is going to do is, right, pass above this level, right, hold above this level, then again one risky long can be traced from this level, at least till this level. Okay, guys, all right, let's see. All right, I'm not shorting, guys. Okay, I'm not shorting. Your short is going to be confident once it tries to get rejection from here and tries to close below this one, right? It is going to be a confident short for you all right, passing towards the downside move. All right, but in fact, if the price happens to go up and settles above this level, the shortest ones will be getting squeezed in this level, right? Those who have early entry, right? Okay, your duty is those who are planning for the short. The price is trying to push above this red line or not, right? If it pushes above, then shorts will be getting squeezed in this level, right? Okay, I'm not shorting it anyways. All right, I'm not shorting it. I'm just showing you all right, the directions. So I'll be waiting for one long, confident long above this level. Once it closes above, I'll try to go for one long, right? Or if it happens to give me one confident move on upper side from here, okay, that might be one long position for me on upper side, okay. Observe it whether it closes above or try to get rejection from here. Okay, the shots will be getting squeezed. This level of buying going for the long will be a risky one. Your TP one, if it happens to squeeze, right, the short ones, right, only TP1 will be this one, and above this level confident move, right, guys? Okay. See whether it is trying to get squeeze in this level or try to settle below. This long is going to be invalid if it happens to come down, if the price happens to come down below this levels, right, and settles below this level. All right, okay, closes below this levels, this is what I mean. All right, the longs will be getting invalid. La 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 la. Gold. Okay, guys, gold only this much for us today. All right, big setup one given, right? For the BT, right, we couldn't take much. All right, in fact, small scalping can be traced, right? One risky trade I have told you, one levels from here, right? One level whereby I told you to book some profit 0.6 percentage and 0.63 percentage again. Right now it is trying to make you the bearish move, but it is not confirmed yet on a bearish move right now. All right. Oh, la la रखना. uh. Okay, so you observe whether it closes below this one or not. All right, if it closes below this one, then that is a confirmed short for you all right, trying to raise this level, and this level's on a downside, right? Okay, and after closing below this level, your stop loss should be in this level, right? So your stop loss should be in this level, okay, and you can hold towards the downside. Okay, but in fact, if it is trying to fake you out in this level, or right, shots are getting squeezed in this level, it will try to get rejection from this level, right, and try to push up on upper side, then that's going to be a good long on upper side for you all right guys. Okay, so it's wait for the price to close below or not, closes below or not. All right, it's closing below, so which means temporarily the price is thrown towards the downside, okay, for the scalpers. So this trade is right now not valid. All right. Okay, that's all for today. All right, what I'm going to do is I wait for the price to come up above these levels, and I'm going to plan one long positions. Or if it happens to pass above this level, I'm going to open one risky long on upper side. Okay, that's going to be my plan. For now, I'm not trying to short it, right? If you are shorting in a downside, that can be scalping, right? From till this level or to till this level, right? Accordingly, you can plan it, right, guys? We'll come back tomorrow and try to see what have happened in this levels, right? Okay. So if you have planned this risky shot on a downside, well and good, right? If you have not planned, all right, so it's up to you anyways. All right, nothing financial advice, make your own research before you move in or move out, right? Okay, first TP should be this one and second TP should be this levels, right? Okay, so I need to go for it right now. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow. All right, guys. Okay, towards the similar time. All right, so nothing much to worry. If you have made profits, well and good. If you have made losses, no problem, the opportunity is always going to be there for you all right guys. Okay, that's all for today guys. Have a good time, take care, love you all, soup up guys. Okay, signing off, Dragon.